Before I came here, people told me three things. It's dangerous, people are cold, and if something goes wrong, you're on your own. I believed them. But after traveling solo through a post-Soviet city like Almaty, I realized most of what we hear about this region is completely wrong. And one of the biggest myths almost stopped me from coming here at all. I'm Teresa, and this is GeoDecoded, where we decode countries beyond headlines and stereotypes. Today, I want to talk about what solo travel in post-Soviet countries is actually like, not what movies, news clips, or outdated opinions tell us. Let's start with the myth that scares people the most. If you Google, "Is it safe to travel solo to post-Soviet countries?" the internet doesn't whisper, it shouts. Words like crime, instability, corruption, unsafe for foreigners show up again and again. But here's the uncomfortable question nobody asks. When was the last time this narrative was updated? Most of these fears are built on Cold War imagery, isolated incidents, or stories passed down by people who've never actually been here. When I landed in Almaty, I expected tension. I expected to feel watched. I expected to feel like I didn't belong. Instead, I felt something very different. But before I tell you what surprised me the most, let's talk about safety honestly. Is solo travel here 100% risk-free? No. But here's the truth most people won't say out loud. The risks are not unique to post-Soviet countries. Petty theft exists, just like Paris. Scams exist, just like Bangkok. But the idea of constant danger, that's exaggerated. Most safety comes down to knowing which areas to avoid at night, not flashing valuables, and trusting your instincts, the same rules you'd follow anywhere. I also learned something comforting. Locals often step in before things escalate, and emergency systems more organized than people expect. But safety isn't just about avoiding danger. Sometimes it's about discovering kindness where you least expect it. Another stereotype I believed, that people here are distant, serious, closed off. And yes, strangers won't always smile for no reason, but that doesn't mean they're unfriendly. I don't speak Russian or Kazakh fluently. I expected frustration. What I got instead were hand gestures, translation apps, laughter, and people going out of their way to help. Sometimes, not sharing a language actually made interactions warmer. Directions turned into conversations. Simple questions turned into tea invitations. No agenda, no expectation, just genuine curiosity. And once you realize how welcoming people are, another myth completely falls apart. People assume post-Soviet countries are hard to navigate. In reality, public transport is efficient, ride-sharing apps are cheap and reliable, long-distance travel is straightforward. Hostels aren't grim, guest houses are cozy, homestays feel personal. And unlike hyper-touristy destinations, you don't feel like a walking wallet. With a smartphone, you can translate signs, order food, navigate cities, and pay digitally. Solo travel here isn't primitive. It's surprisingly smooth. People imagine solo travel here as lonely, but loneliness doesn't come from traveling alone. It comes from not connecting, and here, connections happen naturally. Traveling solo in places like this does something powerful. It strips away assumptions, it challenges fear, it replaces headlines with human stories. You stop seeing post-Soviet and start seeing people. So if you've ever hesitated because of what you heard, maybe it's time to question the story. Not everything unfamiliar is unsafe. Not everything different is dangerous. Sometimes the places we fear the most are the ones we teach us the most. If this video helped shift your perspective, like, share, and subscribe to GeoDecoded, where we decode countries beyond stereotypes. And if you're curious where I'm decoding next, trust me, it's going to challenge assumptions all over again.